Dr. Chapstick?
Dr. J has changed his nickname to Dr. Chapstick.
Chapstick lip balm is serious medicine. It helps heal chapped lips and helps keep them from chapping in the first place.
Dr. J!
Dr. Chapstick to you. Chapstick has emollients to protect against the wind and cold. Even has a sunscreen. Hey, buddy, have a chapstick.
Hey, thanks, Dr. Chapstick!
Name?
Jerry West.
Occupation?
Playing ball.
Shave?
Double edge. Once I learn something, I stay with it.
Blade?
Gillette. What else?
Nearly half the guys in this country are double-edged men. Gillette's kind of men. From super stainless to longer-lasting Platinum Plus, Jerry West is just one of them. Gillette, we made the first blade, and we're still the first blade.
Here's the fabulous Bob Cousy of the Boston Celtics, number 14, going for a beautiful layup shot. After the game, Bob is ready for the pleasure of a cigarette. What is your brand of cigarette, Bob?
My favorite cigarette is Kent. I've been smoking them for 5 years.
What do you like most about them?
Well, a couple of things. The tobacco, for one. I can tell Kent uses a fine quality tobacco. And for another, I like Kent's filter. To me, Kent has the mildest taste in smoking.
As with Bob Cousy, Kent is the favorite cigarette of millions of smokers. And all over America, Kent with the micronite filter is smoked by more scientists and by more educators than any other cigarette. Why not discover for yourself that for good smoking taste, it makes good sense to smoke Kent? Wouldn't it make good sense for you, too?
We're the Van Arsdales, Tom and Dick. We're identical twins, and we drink identical beers. Light beer from Miller. We love it. The best thing about light beer is it's less filling. Great taste. Less filling. It's got a third less calories than the regular beer. Great taste, Tom. Less filling. And I'm not Tom. You are. I'm Dick. You think you are, but you never were.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer. And
I'm Rick Barry, and if you're a basketball fan, I have an idea that's as exciting as sinking the game winner. Visit Basketball's Hall of Fame in Springfield, Massachusetts, the game's mecca. You'll see our glamorous yesterdays, the men and the teams, amateur and professional, who built the sport you love. Dr. James Naismith, who invented basketball. Bob Cousy, who refined it. George Mikan, its first oversized star. John Wooden, the legendary coach. They're all there along with 90 more. It's open year-round, waiting for you.
When 7'1" Wilt Chamberlain tried to get in a Volkswagen, people said it couldn't be done.
Oh, man.
It couldn't. Of course, there's plenty of room for Billy Cunningham, but then he's only 6'6".
That Volkswagen Rabbit really handles. Is that why you're driving it?
Not really.
Well, is it because it can go from 0 to 50 in 8.3 seconds?
Ah.
But then why are you driving a Rabbit?
Because it has more headroom than my Rolls Royce.
Is that such a big deal?
It is. If you're Wilt Chamberlain.
Volkswagen does it again.
Okay, Harold, getting an early start on your basketball education is pretty important. So is learning the facts about your heart.
All right.
Learning about smoking, diet, stress, and exercise while we're young will keep us in good shape as we grow older. The American Heart Association is committed to this kind of education. They have films, comic books, and other teaching aids for kids. To get this material into your school, contact your American Heart Association.
This message was presented as a public service by the National Basketball Association.
Now that I'm coaching, I tell my players, if you're in a tight ball game and you got a good shot, take it, don't pass off. Now, the same thing holds true when it comes to saving money on long distance. Now, if you dial your own out-of-state calls from your home or office, you got a sure shot and up to 50% savings. So don't pass off the operator. She can't save your money. To save on long distance, you put them through yourself.
Hey, Tarkenton, you're on my court.
Well, Bill, they needed the scrambler. And the Bell account reps are really scrambling to help business boost profits.
You should know.
Right. And they have a program to show you how to collect past due accounts remain friends, and get a little extra business for the same phone call.
For free information,
Call 800-821-2121. You can't miss with Bell Account Reps.
Francis.
Well, I have this friend, Ron, who's a very dear friend of mine, and we met when I was playing with the Celtics, and he was pretending he was a basketball player, and I used to play, and he'd watch, and we became friends because I admired the way he watched.
He masqueraded as a player coach, and I was the coach of the team. It can now be revealed for the first time.
He's always the same. Crazy.
Good friends are for keeps, so keep in touch. Long distance is the next best thing to...
4 seconds to go. The Hawks are down by 1. Maravich brings his hair down court. His hair looks right. It fakes left. It breaks free. Amazing. Great control. Now his hair cuts cross court. I can't believe it. His hair's still dry. It's still thick. It's still natural. His hair goes up. Incredible. That's just got to be the best hair in the league.
Ball control by Maravich. Dry control by Vitalis.
We played great as a team.
I operated the offense.
And I directed the defense.
And now we both drink light beer from Miller.
Not just because it tastes great, but also because it's got 1/3 less calories than their regular beer. It's less filling.
Hey, bartender, 2 more lights here. What's it all mean, Casey?
Simple, Sam.
If you want to keep up with the Joneses,
you better drink light beer.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
Can you do it like Clyde?
Hot shot. Show us what you got.
Show us by entering the Pepsi-Cola NBA Hot Shot competition. If you're 9 to 18 years old, girl or boy, you can win lots of great things, even a scholarship. And everyone who enters wins a Hot Shot certificate. You can get full details where you buy Pepsi or look for this poster in your neighborhood.
Come on, Hot Shot. Show us what you got.
Hot shot.
Bradlees presents John Havilcek in his wide aisle dribbling display. Hondo shows his patented Bradlees move. Through hardware, past Bradlees brand paint. He makes the turn. Through his leg. And up for 2 points in sporting goods. 2 more. John checks out some Bradlees bargains and goes up for a dunk. Then it's around the back and through the leg. Through houseware. Around the corner, up the middle, past children's wear, over to automotive for the Bradlees low-price dribble. Low, lower, lowest. Havilcek with a little fancy footwork up to mid-store. Men's wear on the left, ladies wear to the right. He makes his move, driving for the register. Nice. John wraps it up. Now let's rejoin John and the rest of the Celtics as they come home the champs.
Hey, hey, Dr. J, where'd you get those moves? You move with such grace. Are you a member of the human race? Hey, Dr. J, where'd you get those moves? You're an artist, you're a wizard, and you blow up thin air. Everybody's wondering, how'd you get there? Whoa. Hey, Dr. J, where'd you get those moves? Are you wearing magic shoes?
He's wearing Converse, the shoes of the stars.
You know, we've had a few disagreements over the years, but there's one thing we do agree on, and that's light beer from Miller. Light is 1/3 less calories than their regular beer.
But the best part is that it tastes so great.
The best part is it's less filling.
Nah, it tastes great.
Less filling.
Tastes great.
Less filling. Less filling. You know even less about beer than basketball.
That's it, Heinsohn. You're out of the bar. Whoa! Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer.
This is my laboratory. What's this, Professor? Just something to amuse me between experiments.
What a shot.
That silly boy thinks he's going to beat me.
Why, you're Wilt Chamberlain?
Play it, man.
Wilt Chamberlain basketball. The more you practice, the better you get.
Nice and easy.
Complete control of every player. Pass, dribble, roll up the score. Even shoot from the foul line.
Now, you know I never miss him there.
He's killing me.
Yeah.
Professor, I thought you were Wilt Chamberlain himself.
Silly girl.
Wilt Chamberlain basketball by Coleco. It makes you feel 7 feet tall.
7 feet 1 inch.
Willis Reed, basketball great, coach of the New York Knicks. You know what he does for excitement? He collects stamps.
U.S. commemoratives are a great way to start collecting, and they're really interesting. Stamp collecting is #1 on my list, after basketball, that is.
Collect U.S. commemoratives. They're fun, they're history, they're America.
You'll be building a collection your family will treasure for years.
Start your collection with the American Tree Stamp at your post office now.
At UCLA, my teams won 10 NCAA championships. I guess that's why I was asked to help design the Wilson John Wooden basketball shoe. It's made with polyurethane, so it's the lightest shoe in the game. Light, to help you start quick and play long without tiring. It helps you jump high, and this angled cushion heel helps you land easy. If you were playing for me, this is the shoe you'd be wearing.
The Wilson John Wooden basketball shoe, designed light to win.
Basketball may seem as simple as throwing a ball through a hoop, but it takes a lot of know-how to keep making those shots game after game. I'm Doug Collins of Philadelphia 76ers. It takes know-how to stay healthy, too, and your American Heart Association leads the league in helping all hearts, young and old. You can do your part by helping the American Heart Association with a generous contribution. Remember, we're fighting for your life.
Oscar Robertson.
I want my Maypole.
Wilt Chamberlain.
I want my Maypole.
Maypole, the delectable oatmeal that heroes cry for. It comes in flavors: maple, chocolate, banana. Watch this. What a drive. He races to first, confidently passes second, strides toward third. Uh-oh, it's going to be close. You're out.
Oh. Did you eat hot cereal this morning? No. You jerk. I want my Maypole.
The Miller people promised me a case of light beer if I could keep this ball spinning for the length of this commercial. Now, I'm not one to show off, but I do just about anything for a few light beers. You see, light's got 1/3 less calories than the regular beer and it's less filling, so I can stay loose. But the thing I like best is the taste. And I believe at this time that somebody here owes me a case of that taste. Thanks a lot, boys. See you around.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
Hey, Charlie.
All wide bodies start out roomy. Then, on most airlines, that space fills up. But on TWA, it's different. TWA has a separate business class that's spacious and comfortable. And it's on every wide body flight. TWA's ambassador class has bigger, wider seats and fewer of them, with room for longer legs and wider bodies. Couldn't have said it better myself.
You're gonna like us, TWA.
Right before your eyes, TWA is creating a brand new way for business flyers to fly coast to coast. A business class in a separate cabin with bigger, wider seats than in coach, but fewer seats so you're less crowded. It's TWA's new ambassador class to the East Coast, with enough room for anybody.
Even if you're 7'1" or taller, little.
You're gonna like us, TWA.
Control is very important in the game of basketball. And control is vital in the game of life, especially when you're dealing with high blood pressure. Right now, I'm having my blood pressure checked. That's the only way to tell if it's high. If it is high, I'll follow my doctor's advice to control it.
It's normal, Tom.
Good. For more information, ask your American Heart Association. I'm Tom Borwinkle. Remember, we're fighting for your life.
An announcement from the American Heart Association in cooperation with the NBA.
Since I hung up my size 19 sneakers, Dave and I always get together for a few Miller Lites.
And argue about who was the greatest player.
You were the greatest.
No, Bob, you were.
At least we agree Light's taste is the greatest.
Yep, Light's also less filling, and you can't afford to get filled up when you're the great Bob Lanier.
Come on, Dave. You won the MVP and the championship. Those were the two biggest feats in basketball.
No, Bob. Those were the two biggest feats in basketball.
For the biggest taste, there's only one light beer. Miller Lite.
So, Dave, who'd you vote for this year?
Well, I was looking for a guy who'd be a strong leader.
Someone who could take the ball and run. He had to stand tall and be a straight shooter.
Miller Lite wants you to get out and vote for the players in the 1989 NBA All-Star Game. Get your ballot at any NBA arena or at the Miller Lite display in stores and taverns.
So
So vote and exercise your right or your left.
Miller Lite, sole sponsor of NBA All.
Keep your eye on his hands as Pete Maravich demonstrates some pretty slick ball control. Now keep your eye on Pete's hair as he demonstrates some not-so-slick hair control. Pete's wearing his hair dry and casual, and it stays that way with new Vitalis Dry Control. Dry Control holds your hair without slicking it down. Ball Control by Maravich. Dry Control by Vitalis.
This man belongs to a very special circle, the Schaefer Circle. Because Jerry West was able to do it all. Offense, defense, playmaker. But most of all, he knew that being great meant working at it. Working until you could do it when it counts, in the clutch. Till you could hit that jump shot with nothing left on the clock. Every time. Time after time. At Schaefer, we've been brewing our beer to taste great every time. Beer after beer. That's what makes Schaefer the one beer to have.
When you're having more than one.
Don't you deserve a beer that good? So come into the Schaefer Circle.
At Atari, our game cartridges undergo grueling tests. We put Kareem Abdul-Jabbar up against Atari basketball.
Oh, man, what a move.
We let Mario Andretti test drive Atari Night Driver.
This game really cracks me up.
And the great Pele himself tested Pele's championship soccer.
What a gig, it beats me a game.
At Atari, we take our games seriously, so you have more fun.
How'd you do, Kareem?
I'm glad I won't face Atari in the playoffs.
No other video game company stacks up to Atari.
Hey, man, I want natural light.
A dapper skyscraper like you switched.
Sure, for me, natural light's great taste run hoops around everyone else.
And there's nothing artificial in this less filling beer. It's made with only natural ingredients.
Yeah, but taste is why I switched.
Whoa, nice. Cashmere?
Whoa, you can call it cashmere, you can call it reindeer.
Or you can call for more beer.
Natural Light. Taste is why you'll switch.
If your kid's a hotshot, tell him, come on and play. A game sponsored by Pepsi-Cola and the NBA. Hotshot is the name of the game, and it could land him in the Hall of Fame. Come and taste it. Pepsi's got it. Pepsi's got your taste. Who knows? Someday your kid will be another big O. Or better.
When you're my size, there's one thing you don't have to worry about, and that's getting filled up. So a lot of people are really surprised when they find out that I drink light beer from Miller. It has 1/3 less calories than their regular beer, and it's less filling. But that's not why I drink it. I drink light because I love that taste. Hey, Mac, another light.
Hey, Greg, what's going on?
Fine, Shorty. Shorty.
Ooh. Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer. And
this is George the Iceman Gervin. They call me Iceman because I know how to deal with pressure in an NBA game. For Iceman, there's no problem to stay cool. But to deal with blood pressure, even the Iceman have to have it checked. That's right. Having it checked tells you if your blood pressure is normal. If it's high, the doctor will tell you how to control it. Call your American Heart Association for information on blood pressure. They're fighting for your life.
The preceding message has been furnished as a public service by the National Basketball.
Bradlees presents the Boston Celtics shopping drill. Cowens takes the ball using his head. Nelson juggles. Havilcek fakes and drops it. Here they come through hardware. Cowens to Havilcek with the over-the-counter brand name lost pass. Alley-oop to Nelson and up those wide Bradley aisles into sporting goods. A pass to Nelson. Another pass to Nelson. One more. Two passes to Nelson. And a big pass from Nelson to Havilcek and Cowens for the menswear high-fashion fast break. It's Nelson moving up to Cowens.
Ball's no good. Well, okay, here's a new one.
It's the Bradlees' easy return policy play. They're moving like a well-oiled machine. Yes, it's a discount price scoring drive. Havilcek to Nelson. Nelson to Cowens. He shoots. A basket. And now, to the action of the 74 NBA.
You're using dry control by Vitalis. You can't see it, but you know it's there. You're using dry control by Vitalis. The supernatural, the natural hair.
Vitalis Dry Control. Let your hair look thick and natural. How am I doing?
Stick to basketball.
The natural hair.
John Drew drives for the basket, and he scores, and the Hawks pull ahead. Drew is responding tremendously under pressure.
The pressure in a game is like blood pressure. You got to know how to deal with it. So get it checked. It's easy and painless. And if you do have high blood pressure, stay on your medication, no matter how well you feel.
Looks good, John.
This message for the American Heart Association was presented as a public service by the National Basketball Association.